I followed the rules at my apartment complex, and it ended with my neighbor getting evicted and everyone blaming me. I'd lived in that building for almost 5 years. Nothing fancy, just a quiet third-floor unit with thin walls and a parking lot that flooded every time it rained. I kept to myself, paid rent on time, and mostly minded my own business. The biggest selling point for me was the building's strict noise policy. After growing up in a chaotic household, quiet felt like luxury. Then Tyler moved in downstairs. At first he seemed fine. Mid-30s, friendly enough, always carrying gym bags and takeout containers. The first few weeks were normal, then the parties started. Not every night, but often enough to ruin sleep. Loud bass that rattled my kitchen cabinets. Shouting on the balcony at 2 a.m. People coming and going at all hours. I tried to be patient. I knocked once and politely asked him to turn it down. He laughed, apologized, and said it wouldn't happen again. It did, over and over. I emailed management after the third weekend in a row. They responded with a copy of the lease rules and said they'd address it. For a while, things improved. Then Tyler started hosting poker nights that somehow turned into full-blown events. One night, someone vomited in the stairwell. Another time, a fight broke out in the parking lot and police showed up. I stopped knocking. I just documented everything. Dates, times, videos of the noise from my apartment. The final straw came during a week I was working from home on a major deadline. I'd warned Tyler earlier that day that I had an early presentation. He promised it would be quiet. At midnight, the music started. By 1 a.m., my walls were shaking. I called management's emergency line, something I'd never done before. They told me to call the non-emergency city line so it could be officially logged. I hesitated, then did it. Apparently, that was incident number 5. Between my reports and others in the building, Tyler had violated his lease one too many times. 2 weeks later, I came home to find him loading furniture into a truck. He saw me and just stared. The next day, I got an email from management, thanking me for helping maintain community standards. By that evening, the rumors had started. People stopped making eye contact in the hallway. Someone left a note on my door saying I'd ruined a guy's life. Neighbor I barely knew told me I should have just bought earplugs instead of snitching. What no one mentioned was the months of lost sleep, the warnings Tyler ignored, or the fact that management and the city made the decision, not me. A week later, I learned Tyler had been late on rent multiple times already. The noise complaints were just the final push. Still, that didn't matter to anyone. In their version, I was the villain who couldn't mind their own business. The building was quieter than it had ever been, but I didn't feel victorious. Just tired. I renewed my lease anyway. Silence still mattered more than popularity, but now every time I walk up those stairs, I'm reminded how quickly doing exactly what you're told can turn you into the bad guy in someone else's story.